the Nether. I am Steve, and this is Psy-Up Series number 8, Season 12. That's right, Monster Jam fans, welcome to Psy-Up Series number 8, Season 12. I'm your host, Joseph Nelson, Green Jobuff. Welcome to another episode on Green Jobuff Racing. We got quite the lineup here, quite the track. Made a couple changes to it. First, I got rid of the big hill, since they're going right over it anyways. And I'll put something else there. We got a trailer jump. I guess you could call it a stack. Something new, something different. Going back to the teal color. Originally it was going to be all teal, but it ran out. Like that was going to be all teal. Oh well, I got just enough. And this time, long jump will have its own ramp. Well, once again, and there's a helicopter flying over. Okay, it's gone. Alright, anyways, we got quite the lineup here. We signed up a couple more people today. But that's okay, the more the merrier. So, anyways, let's get started with round 1 of Monster Truck Racing. Kicking things off in the far lane, representing Team Throttle Monster, or more like the leader. Here's Eli Curie 21 Vendetta, taking on me and the Bounty Hunter in the near lane. Team Throttle Monster versus 2 Extreme Racing. Let's get them lined up. Alright, they're all set. First we monster, then we jam. Let's monster jam. Vendetta Bounty Hunter, release! And kicking things off, Vendetta, we'll move on to round 2. Yeah, sorry for the Minecraft references. I really messed up my Instagram algorithm. It's nothing but Minecraft memes now. Help. Alright, next up in round 1 racing, both trucks were added to the lineup today. Racing out of the far lane in honor of Palm Sunday, which is today. It's Nuclear 0085 and Against the Current, taking on Artemis the Cat and Monster Mutt. Yep, I thought it'd be funny to put my cat in a dog truck. And I thought it'd be good to give this one another chance since it didn't perform well last time I put it on the track. Anyways, Against the Current, taking on the Mutt. Down they go. And Monster Mutt T-Bone on Against the Current. But Against the Current, we'll move on to round 2. Alright, next up in round 1 racing. In the far lane, it's Monster Jam Fox 68 in the Mud Blaster Thunderosaurus. I almost said dirty to clean. Well, I guess in a way it is. That's basically what it is, except it's on the tires, and the tires are colored. And in the other lane, representing Triple B Motorsports, it's Monster Jam Collector 2008 in the Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man's already gotten 1 win this year. Looking to get another one and double his chances of going to the World Finals. But if he wants to make it into round 2, he's got to get through Thunderosaurus. Down they go. Oh, they both go flying. But it's going to be Thunderosaurus getting the win over the Ice Cream Man. Oh, and that's an obstacle for freestyle. That's literally a 20-piece chicken McNugget box painted black. Alright, moving on to round 1 of racing. Or in round 1 of racing. In the far lane, it is Hobby Buddy 99 Black Panther. The purple one, making his debut once again. Only this, well, by that I mean, you knew that it was in the lineup, because last time it was added in. But anyway, A's in the other lane, representing 2 Extreme Racing, it's Introvert Drew in Jekyll and Hyde. I was going to say something else, but I couldn't remember. But anyways, Jekyll and Hyde taking down Black Panther. Moving on to round 2. Team 2 Extreme takes down Team Marvel. Maybe that's what I was going to say. Something like that. I don't know. Alright, next up in round 1 of racing. The brand new Snake Bite. Well, this one in particular. This is the one that came with this Bigfoot in that 2-pack. So anyways, in the far lane, it's Cody Armstrong back in his signature truck, Snakebite, taking on Anna Blank and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. So, the snake versus the Dalmatian. Let's go. And another truck crashes into the McNugget box. And it's going to be Monster Mutt Dalmatian that gets the win. Man, I didn't think they were going to run into that. Gosh. Alright, next up in round 1 of racing, in the far lane, is Caden Wilson, 8190, and Gravedigger Zombie. Gravedigger truck we haven't seen for a while. Taking on Iron Man in the near lane, driven by Dave 609 Official. Iron Man versus Digger. Here we go. And problems for Gravedigger. And Iron Man moves on to round 2. The far lane seems to be the curse lane. But can somebody break that curse? Well, it's not going to be Gravedigger. Although this one still has to go, so who knows? Maybe Gravedigger will break the curse. Alright, next up in round 1 of racing. In the far lane, it's Rue That's Who and El Toro Loco taking on I made a mistake. It's Diecast Mayhem in Against the Current, and Nuclear 0085 and Raisin Cane. Alright, so for those that were watching the beginning, my apologies. Diecast Mayhem is in Against the Current, and Nuclear 0085 is in Raisin Cane. Jeez, where's my head at today? Anyways, Loco versus Cane. The Bull versus the Dodge. Down they go. Well, I guess in this case, Ram. But anyways, the Dodge Ram takes down the Crazy Bull. Raisin Cane advancing to round 2. I don't know why, but I really wanted to include this truck in this lineup. I don't know why. Alright, it's the battle of the Ford Super Duties. In the far lane, it's Bigfoot, driven by Joseph Richards. Yeah, that's easy to remember. Taking on Blue Thunder in the near lane, driven by Aiden Richards. And what's going on there? Oh, I think that's the paint marker. Anyways, battle of the big blue Ford Super Duties. Who's better? And Bigfoot, oh my gosh, does a front flip and then a bicycle over on his side. Blue Thunder did not stand a chance. Bigfoot advancing to round 2. What an insane race. Things are heating up here. Not just the weather. It's like 81 degrees out there. And I'm in here where there's no AC. Oh yeah, I'd like to point out that Bigfoot was in that lane. So the curse has been broken, I suppose. But let's see how the new kid on the block can handle it. SoCal Crusher in the far lane, driven by Monster Jam Collector Racing, taking on Jason Craddock and Jurassic Attack in the near lane. It's a brand new truck here. I absolutely love it. Let's see what he can do against the dinosaur. Down they go. And problems for Jurassic Attack, and SoCal Crusher gets the win. Alright, moving on to the next race. In the far lane, it's Antonio Rodriguez III in the Gold Max D. Haven't run it for a while, but it's back. Taking on another truck that was added to the lineup today, El Toro Loco 88 and Quad Chaos. So another Triple B truck. Ice Cream Man is not running alone. Let's see if Quad Chaos can make it into round 2. Down they go. And problems for Max D, and Quad Chaos advances to round 2. The former world champion won in, I think it was 2023 or 2022. Yeah, I think it was 22. Alright, next up in round 1 racing, in the far lane is Metal Health Racing, another man who's really making a name for himself here on this channel in Northern Nightmare. And he's going to be taking on Mark the Bold Zootopia Fan 05 and Son of a Digger in the near lane. And down they go, both of them. And it will be Northern Nightmare getting the win over Son of a Digger. Alright, we're going back to the 90s with this one. Gravedigger in the far lane, driven by Kenny D. MJ Fan 12203. Taking on Temporary High MT and the Retro Bigfoot in the near lane. This is a blast from the past. Let's go racing. And Gravedigger advances to round 2. Well, that concludes round 1. There will be no fast loser race, so let's just get right into it. This is long jump. Alright, we're going to be kicking it off long jump with Bounty Hunter, the first loser in the lineup. Alright, nice air off the long jump ramp. And I didn't even test it. I'm glad it worked out. Alright, leaving a nice good marking right there. So, truck to beat Bounty Hunter. And for those that are wondering why the heck I do that is to help keep better track of the marking. So, Bounty Hunter is your leader. Alright, next up, it's Monster Mutt. I actually glued the body on because it was all loose and stuff. So I'm hoping it works out better here. I know it didn't make a good first impression in racing. But here he goes again, getting a second chance. Oh! Not where I expected him to land, but it came up short. Your leader is still Bounty Hunter. The tanker truck. Alright, next up, like I said, he's looking to get another World Finals invite. It's the Ice Cream Man. And almost landed in the same place as Monster Mutt. Except landed on the triple. But, oh yeah. Oh no, what I meant was he landed on the can. Knocking off the roof of the tanker truck. Just gonna put it back to keep it out of the way. Alright, your leader's still Bounty Hunter. Alright, next up is the Black Panther. This one looks awesome though. Looking to get a win here in long jump. Down he goes. And had some problems going down, so it came up short. So your leader is still Bounty Hunter. And that landing looked like it hurt. That definitely would have popped a tire or broke a shock or two. Alright, next up. He's out for revenge. He always is. It's Snakebite. And, wow. Some sick air. Landed right there. Now I'm dropping rhymes again. I'm telling you, I don't do it on purpose. Alright, give me a second while I figure out how close this is. Alright, we got a new leader. Snakebite. Snakebite's your new leader. Let's continue. Here comes another truck that would like to knock him down. Besides Bigfoot, it's Gravedigger Zombie. And over he goes. Comes up a little short. Your leader is still Snakebite. And I just destroyed the speed bump that was here. Forgot it was there. And it's getting a little windy air outside too. Good, that means it'll cool off a little. Wish it would cool off in here. I turned that on but it's too loud. That's why I keep that off. Anyways, next up, it's the Crazy Bull, El Toro Loco, the new version. And unbelievable air by El Toro Loco. Where did he land? It looks like he landed right there. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is where he landed. And there's Snakebite's marking. So your new leader is El Toro Loco. When there's rain, there's thunder. Blue Thunder. The Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder going next. And not what he wanted to do. Had some problems keeping it straight. Took a chunk out of both ramps. We're going to try that again as soon as we get all this cleared off. Alright, we're going to try that again. Blue Thunder, attempt number 2. Alright, I had trouble keeping it straight. Comes up short. Your leader still El Toro Loco. And next up in long jump, it's Jurassic Attack. And unbelievable air by Jurassic Attack. What a landing. Oh boy. Okay, he didn't leave any visible marking when he first hit the ground. So he's going to try that again. Hopefully leave a better marking. And comes up short. El Toro Loco remains your leader. Alright, and to whoever's in Jurassic Attack, oh yeah, Jason Craddock. If you feel like that I missed the marking, then I apologize. There were some other markings there too, so it threw me off. Oh well, you'll have another chance in freestyle and possibly a fast loser race if it comes down to that. But anyways, moving on. Next up in long jump, Max D. And right on the triple, nice save. But he comes up way too short. And your leader is still El Toro Loco. Down to 2 trucks now. Who's gonna get it? Next up is Son of a Digger. And having some problems going down. Managed to hit the ramp though. Slamming into the side of the trailers. Your leader is still El Toro Loco. The only truck with a chance to take down El Toro Loco, it's Bigfoot. And comes up way too short. Your winner is El Toro Loco. Who's an El Toro Loco again? Rue, that's who. Alright, your long jump champion. Rue, that's who. El Toro Loco. He's going to go ahead and celebrate his victory. Wow. Alright, that concludes long jump. Congratulations to Rue, that's who. Now, on to round 2 of racing. Alright, moving on to round 2 racing. First up for round 2 is Vendetta taking on Against the Current. And down they go, and for Against the Current, and Vendetta will advance to round 3. And next up in round 2 racing, we got Thunder Roars in the far lane taking on Jekyll and Hyde in the near lane. Down they go. And problems for Thunder Roars and Jekyll and Hyde will advance to round 3. Introvert Drew on a winning streak again, but can he win the finals? I don't know, it's too early to tell. He was unstoppable in round 1 of racing, only to be taken down by Gravedigger in the final race. But anyways, here we go again with this. Team Throttle versus 2 Extreme. And next up in round 1 of racing, or round 2, or whatever round this is, round 420, I don't freaking know. Iron Man in the far lane taking on Monster by Dalmatian in the near lane. Problem for Iron Man, and Monster by Dalmatian goes over, but we'll get the win anyway since Iron Man spun out. Oh yeah, here we go. Ford versus Dodge. Bigfoot in the far lane taking on Raising Cane in the near lane. And they both do the same move, and Raising Cane is going to move on to round 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Buddy Tompkins also drive Bigfoot? Like, he drove both Raising Cane and Bigfoot. Yeah, and he was still running in Monster Jam later on after that. Bro was playing both sides. Alright, next up in round 2 racing, it's the new kid on the block, SoCal Crusher in the far lane, taking on Quad Chaos in the near lane. And down they go. Oh no! The trailers are gone! Well, one of them is. And SoCal Crusher doing freestyle early, only to lose to Quad Chaos. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh well, there's still plenty left to destroy. But there's also that one. And the last race of round 2. Northern Nightmare taking on Gravedigger. What's funny about this is Metal Health Racing. He's in that truck, but he wanted this truck. Since it was taken, he chose this truck. So here we go. Digger versus Nightmare. Down they go. And problems for Northern Nightmare, and Gravedigger will advance to round 3. Moving right along to round 3. It's Team Throttle Monster versus Team 2 Extreme. Vendetta in the far lane taking on Jekyll and Hyde in the near lane. And problems for Jekyll and Hyde. He had the whole shot, but that costed him. So Vendetta is going to the semifinal round. And who will be facing Vendetta in the finals? Will it be Raising Cane, or will it be Monster by Dalmatian? Either way, both independent teams have run Monster by Dalmatian at least once. Anyways, Cane versus Dalmatian, down they go. Oh, what was that? They both fall out of their lanes. Nobody gets any air, but Raising Cane will advance to the semifinals. What the heck even was that, bro? I said it once, I'll say it again. The only rule here on this channel is stay on the track. If you go off the track, you're disqualified. So there's really no cheating there. So anyways, next up in racing, the last race of round 3, Gravedigger taking on Quad Chaos. And problems for Gravedigger and Quad Chaos is going to the finals. The former World Racing Champion. Alright, we have one fast loser race, one and only, before we move on to the semifinals. So we got Blue Thunder taking on Jurassic Attack. Just in case I screwed him out of a long jump win. Like I said, it was a little hard to tell where he landed. There was a bunch of markings there. So, just in case I made a mistake, this is me making up for it. Blue Thunder taking on Jurassic Attack. Down they go, and Jurassic Attack is going to the finals. It's all independent. The independent team is dominating. Particularly Team Throttle Monster now. Along with Raising Cane, his team, and Team Triple B. So, this is the semifinals. Which Indy is going to take it? And here we go, semifinals. Team Throttle Monster versus Team Raising Cane. Vendetta versus Raising Cane. Willie's actually, no, it's supposed to be a Chevy in real life, but it's a Willie's body for some reason. Anyway, Chevy versus Dodge. Down they go. And Vendetta is going to the finals. Alright, who's going to be facing Vendetta in the finals? Battle of the Monster Machines. Team Throttle Monster versus Team Triple B. Jurassic Attack versus Quad Chaos. The Quad versus the Triceratops. Down they go. And it's going to be Jurassic Attack. Team Throttle Monster has won Science Series 8. But which truck is going to get the championship title? Alright, Monster Jam fans, this is it. It's a Team Throttle Monster showdown. Which truck is going to get it? Will it be Vendetta or Jurassic Attack? There's only one way to find out at first. In the far lane, behind the wheel of Vendetta, is Eli Curie 21. And in the near lane, Jason Craddock in Jurassic Attack. The Team Throttle Monster showdown. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. You know the rest. Let's go. And it's going to be Jason Craddock, Jurassic Attack. A fast loser, the only fast loser truck, coming back for revenge and taking down his boss. Get rid of that. Alright. Team Throttle Monster is happy right now. Vendetta doesn't care he lost. All he cared about was that Team Throttle Monster gets a win here today. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to celebrate. Here are your champions so far. Roulette 2 and El Toro Loco, and Jason Craddock in Jurassic Attack. These are your champions so far, but who's going to take freestyle? Will one of these two trucks double down? Well, stay tuned for freestyle. You don't want to miss it. Until then, this is Joseph Nelson, signing off. I need to go cool off. Sign off and cool off.